there for the whole establishment, all the Mile High sports team, and a lot of people, foot traffic. Great atmosphere.
How did you survive?
For me, it's
water.
Easy. I don't drink. I don't do anything else, so it's easy out for me.
Opening day in Colorado.
Some of my peers, on the other hand,
not so good, huh?
It was a rough day. Yeah, I had a ton of the "I'll be there tomorrow. I can't wait to see the show."
Still saving a table for him?
Table's still open, boys.
Come on down. It'll be all right.
This next bout is a 205-pound no-gi matchup brought to you by X Vapes. This is 2 rounds of this matchup. Making his way into the cage right now, you have Matthew Wargo of Academy of Grind. And now making his way to the blue corner, the Big Yins, Josh Fremd. Josh Fremd, a UFC veteran, longtime co-host of the MMA Plug for a couple of years and throughout the run of the program. He's also, for a few years, was one of the voices of Colorado Combat Club. So Josh Fremd, no stranger to the combat sports scene as a whole here.
Should we ask him for a breakdown mid-round?
I
didn't ask him how things are going.
I think Josh is going to be happy to go out there and just get back into competition and hopefully get a win for himself today. He's due to some of the adversity that he's faced, some of which being self-imposed from his fight career, Josh has to come out here and prove some things to himself today. And I know this may sound critical, but this is a very close friend, someone who I have spent countless hours through the years with. And I say it from a place of love that Josh has to get himself right before he can go out there and continue to make a run. This is the first step in that process of him being back in the gym these last few weeks, training and working toward a target. And then now being able to go out there, feel the lights, hit that curtain, hear the music, and come and compete.
That's exactly the stories that I love to hear. Not that I want to see anyone fall on hard times or struggles or self-imposed issues, but when they're willing to pick themselves up and start again and know that they need to find their way, it's always a great thing.
Josh is being cornered today by Mike Alfieri. Now, Mike is probably one of the more high-level brown belts in Denver that should be a black belt, just has moved around a lot and has never been around in one place for long enough to achieve that rank. But I'll tell you this, I've spent a lot of time on the mats with Mike as well, and there's never been a single thing that Mike has ever showed or given even just a slight little bit of advice, hey, put your hand here versus here, that it doesn't work like clockwork. He spent about a year and a half training with B-Team down there in Austin. So if Josh is taking instruction from him, he's in good hands. They both have roots in Pittsburgh, back to the Mat Factory. So a lot of that PA wrestling in the both of them.
And he's put himself in a great spot right here.
Josh in that top half guard position. Looking for a arm in choke.
Wargo's going to... like he's trying to play some deep half.
Josh looking for a short arm Darce. And that's the thing. Josh has such long arms, though, that Matthew can run this defense if he wants. And it is going to give him some alleviation. But if Josh can actually get his grip here, his arms are so long that he's going to nullify some of the defenses.
And deep half, I mean, I like deep half a lot, but you got to keep their legs extended. You got to lock down that leg and really start to get them into more of a split type situation so that you can work. Nice clear right there. Josh found that little, the baseball kick to clear that bottom side leg.
Yeah. Funny story. Josh is 6'5". At one time, he was one of the tallest middleweights on the UFC roster. I went to elevator him one time and
his feet never left the ground.
I was at full extension. He's like, that's a long tree to lift there, huh?
Got a long way to go.
And the rest of that round did not go well.
Yeah, I can only imagine. That's a lot of human to deal with. He's side control, handling himself just fine. A little bit of north. Oh, look at that high kick over for Mount. Probably easy to clear things when you can touch the ceiling with your toe.
Exactly. Now Josh setting up his own head and arm
There's
choke
an
here
arm
for the mount.
triangle. If he starts walking it out, this is going to turn into a problem.
His elbow's a little high, but it's starting to see a head
There
change.
it goes.
There we go.
No. As soon as he got out to the outside,
Yep.
he had all the time to adjust.
The Biggins with the big win in the first round, picking himself up the dub by arm triangle in regulation.
I bet he just had the nicest fucking feeling go through his brain. And just that whole release of, am I still a guy?
Yeah, and just as you said, I feel like that has